Car tester Sascha Knapp wonders if Porsche realized in 2002 that introducing the Porsche Cayenne would kick off a huge SUV wave, one that every car maker is surfing, including Mercedes. Now 2015 is the year of the SUV for Mercedes. It's got a lot of new models in its range, including the Mercedes GLC. Nearly one-third of Mercedes models are off-road vehicles or cars that at least look the part. The Mercedes GLC is one that can actually go off-road, giving it a clear advantage over many competing cars. But the important thing is the engine power, and that has to deliver on-road. Axel Benzler from Mercedes Product Management explains that the GLC is available with a 220 or 250 diesel or a 250 gasoline engine. Coming in December is a plug-in hybrid and a V6 engine. If you want to do more than just look the off-road part, you should pay the additional €702 for the off-road technology package, which includes 5 driving modes and raises the GLC an additional 2 centimeters off the road. Our test car has the 250 diesel engine, and it does an excellent job while off-road. It masters inclines of up to 70% without a problem. And gets down the other side thanks to hill descent control. It dances delicately across deep holes. Its designer Gordon Wagoner is very proud of how easily it manages it all. He points out that the GLC is the successor to the more angular GLK, and it's undergone a paradigm shift. No more sharp angles, everything's integrated, and the car is very sporty with minimalistic surfaces. It has an aggressive-looking front, with the typical Mercedes eyebrow that makes the car seem very commanding, very self-confident, and, of course, the star set down low. Down below, SUV attributes, an underride guard made of metal which suggests that the car can drive over obstacles very nicely. The design has become more pleasing. Its angular predecessor was sold more than 650,000 times, more than any other Mercedes SUV. So the bar has been set pretty high. While the GLC looks very different, much of its foundation remains the same. The trunk of the GLC had to be developed especially because, above all, it had to provide more space than the GLK, and it does. We now have a load volume of 550 liters, which can be expanded to 1,600 liters at the press of a button. There's also plenty of room for passengers. A switch above the armrest activates one of 4 off-road functions. Mercedes got the GLC into a less expensive emission class by shaving off weight, and it did it with the tank. This one has a capacity of 50 liters rather than the usual 66 liters, but for an additional €60, you can have the larger tank. Axel Benzler says the main market will be China, with North America the second most important market, and then Europe. The GLC will also be built in China, right there in the biggest market. Our diesel test car manages a top speed of more than 222 kilometers per hour, using just 5 liters of diesel per 100 kilometers. But you'd use more in everyday use. Mercedes hopes the GLC will directly challenge its Bavarian competitors Audi and BMW. For the time being, it'll have to settle for having built a very good off-road SUV because the GLC is not yet as agile as comparable models by Audi and BMW. But hopefully the AMG edition will close that gap. That'll be considerably more expensive, but it promises to be a lot of fun to drive, in addition to off-road capabilities.